No parent wants to send their kids to school and then get a phone call that, hey, your kid's not coming back home. No parent on this earth wants that to happen. This is my daughter's room. This is my 11-year-old's room. This is her middle school certificate from 5th grade. My baby.
Chantel Chester is fearful about sending her young daughters back to school just a few months after a gunman killed 19 children and 2 teachers at Robb Elementary in Uvalde, less than 2 hours away from her home.
I remember just being scared, praying that it wasn't my kids' school, and I was just terrified. And when I found out that it was at Robb Elementary School, my heart immediately felt empathy for the parents.
The mother of 2 says fear was the last thing she wanted to feel, especially after moving her family from Florida to Texas in 2015 to escape the violence she endured as a child.
You know, I would always, hear gunshots as a little girl, and it was crazy, okay?
Chester says she appreciates some of the measures Governor Greg Abbott has taken in an effort to safeguard our schools, like requiring school districts to conduct weekly inspections of exterior doors on all campuses, urging school leaders to hire more trained law enforcement and school marshals, and earmarking $100 million in grants to pay for security measures to further harden our schools. But Chester says these measures don't address gun reform and won't be fully implemented by the time her kids have to return to the classroom.
As a mom, I'm pretty much sending my kids to school with a system that's still in the works. And for me, it doesn't make me feel safe.
I live between Maynard and Pflugerville.
This Austin area dad will also never forget what happened that day in Uvalde.
This is a terrible tragedy to happen to anyone. I can't imagine the pain.
But Verlin Smith says fear will not keep him from sending his kids back to school.
You can't live in fear of it, and you have to get your child the best education you can, however that is.
He says, contrary to the attention they receive, school shootings don't happen very often.
School shootings are mathematically rare. As I said before, you are 3 times as likely to win $1 million or more in the lottery as to die in a mass shooting anywhere in the country.
And he believes these kinds of attacks are more the product of mental illness than a school safety issue.
We do have a mental health problem in this country in a lot of ways, and we don't address it appropriately.
One thing these 2 parents agree on is that children should be able to learn in a safe environment. Licensed psychologist and trauma expert Dr. Bob Geffner says that's an important goal, but not one we can always control.
What Uvalde did is it really brought it home that this can indeed happen anywhere.
Dr. Geffner recommends that parents prepare for the possibility of a mass shooting that hits home, especially given that school shootings have increased in severity and deadliness over the past decade. According to a recent Washington Post survey, more than 311,000 students have experienced gun violence at school since the Columbine shooting in 1999. 3 suggestions from Dr. Geffner are to talk with your kids about their concerns, ask school leaders about their campus safety plan, and to join a parent support group.
Because once people start verbalizing their fears, and talking openly, it's not as scary, it's not as traumatic.